You've spent years building something, maybe decades. You have knowledge that took a long time to earn, experience that's been tested in the real world, a track record that most people starting out would trade anything for. You know what you know, but you don't know how to turn it into a business. Not because the knowledge isn't there, but because nobody ever taught you the structure. That's what this video is about. 5 steps, built specifically for where you are right now. And yet, there's a gap. Let me start with something that changes the way you think about all of this. Expertise and business are two different things. Not because one is better than the other, but because they serve different purposes. Expertise solves problems. A business delivers that solution to a defined audience, consistently, at a price that reflects its value. One is the foundation. The other is what you deliberately build on top. Every expertise-based business needs 3 things to work. First, a defined audience. Not everyone, someone specific. Second, a specific problem. Not everything you can do, one thing you will do. Third, a reliable way to deliver that result. Not someday, now. In a form the market can actually buy. Building that structure is a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned. Think about where your knowledge actually came from. Maybe you were the person everyone came to inside the company when a certain problem showed up. The one they called before the meeting. The one who already knew the answer before the question was finished. Maybe you spent years solving something in your own life that other people are still struggling with. And you didn't just solve it once. You solved it enough times to understand it from every angle. Maybe you built judgment in a field where younger people only have theory. And there's a real difference between knowing the theory and having lived the consequences. That's what you have. That's what this structure is built to carry. The next 5 steps are that learning, applied directly to where you are right now. Step 1. Your audience. And I want to be specific about what I mean by audience. A broad description of who you serve spreads your energy across too many directions. A precise one focuses it where it actually produces results. Here's a 3-question framework to find yours. Question 1. Who exactly are they? Not a job title, a person. What stage of life are they in? What does their situation actually look like right now? Question 2. What specific situation are they navigating? Not a general challenge, a specific moment, a specific pressure, the thing that keeps coming up for them. And question 3. What outcome do they want that they haven't been able to reach on their own? Not what they say they want, what they would actually pay to have. Let me show you the difference this makes. Broad, I help people with diabetes stay active. Precise, I help people with type 1 diabetes who want to run consistently without losing control of their glucose and who are tired of figuring it out alone through trial and error. Same idea, completely different clarity. A population is too large to speak to. An audience is small enough to know by name. The precise version knows exactly what to say. It knows where to find its people, and it has much better chance of charging more, because it's clearly speaking to someone with a specific need. Step 2. The problem. Decades of experience gives you the ability to help with many things. A business is built by choosing one, and solving it completely. That focus is what creates clarity for the buyer, and clarity is what creates the decision to pay. Here's the exercise. 1 sentence. Let's build it right now. I help specific audience solve specific problem so they can specific outcome. That's it. That sentence is your business in 1 line. Let me show you what a broad version looks like versus a focused one. Broad, I help diabetic runners manage their condition. Focused, I help people with type 1 diabetes who want to run marathons, package years of personal trial and error into a training protocol that keeps their glucose stable so they can cross the finish line without a medical emergency. The broad version is an introduction. The focused version is a business. Both have their place, but only one generates revenue. Take a moment after this video. Write your sentence. If you can't finish it, that's the work. Not the website, not the logo, the sentence. Step 3. How you deliver your expertise. There are 4 models worth knowing. 1. One-to-one, consulting, coaching, advisory, you and one client, direct, focused, high value. 2. Group programs or cohorts, you and a small group, same content, multiple clients, more reach per hour of your time. 3. Online courses, your knowledge packaged once, delivered many times, high leverage, takes time to build. 4. Done-for-you services, you do the work on behalf of the client, high value, high effort. Every one of these works. Each one has a different speed to revenue, a different income ceiling, and a different level of infrastructure required to run it. For someone starting from expertise and zero infrastructure, the most direct path from knowledge to income is one-to-one. One person, one problem, one conversation. No technology platform required, no audience required, no course to build first. Just your knowledge and their need. Start there. Build toward leverage once you know exactly what the market is paying for and why, in that order. Step 4. Validation. Before you build anything, have 5 real conversations with people who match your audience definition. Not to pitch, to listen. Ask about the problem, their current situation, what they've already tried, what could change if this problem were solved. Those conversations do 2 things. First, they confirm the business is worth building. You'll know after 5 conversations whether the problem is real and urgent, or whether you need to adjust. Second, they give you the exact language your audience uses, the words they use to describe their own situation. Those words become your marketing. You didn't have to invent them, they handed them to you. If 3 of 5 people confirm the problem is real, you have a signal worth acting on. You've learned something no amount of planning produces, and you've done it before spending a single hour building a product. That's how experienced people build smart. Step 5. The offer. This is where the business starts. Not with a logo, not with a website, not with a course platform or a social media presence, with an offer. A clear, specific offer, made to a real person who has the problem you solve. Your first offer doesn't need to be huge. It needs to be real. For many people starting from expertise, that first offer might be a $500 guide, method, audit, roadmap, or short advisory engagement. That's enough. The scope matters. A $500 offer shouldn't promise to change someone's whole life. It should promise one clear result. Because the point of the first offer is not to prove that you built the final business. The point is to prove that someone will pay for the result you can help them create. That proof changes everything. Once the result is clear, the price can grow. A $500 first offer can become a $1,500 engagement, then a $3,000 program, then something larger. But you don't need to start there. You need to start with clarity: who you serve, what you solve, what you charge. The rest follows. The experience was always there. Now the structure is taking shape. 5 steps. Define your audience with precision. Choose the one problem you solve. Pick the delivery model that fits right now. Let the market confirm your direction. Make your first offer. Those are the steps. That's the knowledge. The execution, the actual decisions, the pricing conversation, the first offer and the first client. That's where the real work happens. I built something to help you with exactly that. It's a 13-page step-by-step plan that helps you turn your experience into a first paid offer. It walks you through your audience, your problem, your delivery model, your validation conversations, and your first offer. It's free. The link is in the description. This channel is for people who are not done building. If that's you, subscribe.